to 4.
Organization.
Wrapping up the victory.
Keep it steady cause you win and you lose some. I've been running since the day I was born. I'm still working on my...
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen?
I'm Gwen.
And welcome back to Broken Hearted Cast, where we talk about life, the universe, and everything in between. So, Gwen, what are we gonna be? What motherly thing are we gonna talk about this week?
Well, you know, a couple weeks ago we talked about Mother Nature and Earth Day, so it's only appropriate that now we talk about Mother's Day.
Really?
Yeah.
So, no wonder I did that pun to start it off. Yeah, I wonder why. But yeah, so how long has been Mother's Day in America has been going on?
In America since the early 1900s.
Okay. But in general...
Actually, like, the earliest celebrations of Mother's Day has been, like, linked all the way back to the Greek and Romans, where they,
Not BC, but AD.
I'm not sure. It doesn't say.
Oh.
It just says that the ancient Greeks and Romans would, hold festivals in honor of the mother goddesses Rhea and Cybele.
Is that where Isabel comes from?
No.
Oh. What does Isabel come from?
I can't tell you.
You know, that's a whole nother question for another time.
Yeah.
Alright, let's continue. I'm sorry.
But the clearest, like, modern precedent for Mother's Day is in the early Christian festival known as Mothering Sunday, which was the fourth Sunday in Lent, where basically it was mainly in the UK and other parts of Europe, where on the fourth Sunday of Lent, they would go back to their home church.
So it was part of Easter, kind of.
Kind of. You could celebrate. It was okay. I guess it was kind of seen okay to celebrate Easter away from your home church, but like this was like the time to go back to your home church or your mother church.
Yeah.
And worship there. Got twisted, and basically, I mean, around the 1930s and 40s, it kind of got
commercialized.
It got ingrained into Mother's Day.
Wow.
Because Mother's Day and Mothering Sunday exist separately. It's just that the closest thing we have to Mother's Day in, like, modern times, before Mother's Day was actually implemented, was Mothering Sunday. But yeah, so, I mean, Mother's Day itself existed a good
years on years and years.
A good 20-30 years before Mothering Sunday got ingrained into or merged with it.
Yeah.
So Mother's Day actually originated from a woman named Anna Jarvis, who in 1905, when her mother passed away, she started like conceiving the ideas for Mother's Day because she wanted there to be a day for celebrating mothers and everything they do, for like all the sacrifices they make and everything for their families and children.
So instead of... Wait, where was she from?
She was from Grafton, West Virginia.
Okay.
Or that's where she held the first celebration, so it's kind of, hinted that that's where she's from.
Yeah.
In the article.
Which, of course, we're doing the History Channel again, because why not?
Yeah, because the past few times I compared and contrasted Wikipedia, which is more, credible than History Channel. They said the exact same things. History Channel just put it out in a way that was easier to read.
It was more simpler terms.
Yeah, simpler terms. They didn't throw as much technical stuff in your face.
Yeah.
It was more they were telling the story of the person instead of just giving you all the facts.
Yeah.
And that's nicer for a read and to explain.
Again, yeah, it puts it in simpler terms.
But yeah, it wasn't actually until 3 years after her mother's death in 1908 that she organized the first Mother's Day celebration at a Methodist church in, I'm guessing, her hometown of Grafton, West Virginia.
Yeah.
And she actually wasn't able to do it without the financial backing of a Philadelphia department store owner named John Wanamaker.
See, I read Philadelphia off through the iPad, and I was going to make instead of a Fresh Prince joke, it was going to be a Fresh Princess named Anna Jarvis. But that just ruins my whole entire bit. So thank you, Anna Jarvis, for not being from actual Philadelphia. Otherwise, now I can make like a country roads take me home joke instead.
Yeah.
To the place where Anna Jarvis is from.
Okay. Yeah, so Anna worked extremely hard after the success of that first Mother's Day celebration, writing letters to politicians and things like that, campaigning to newspapers, and she was basically trying to get the word out there as much as possible, saying that almost all national holidays we have are very like man oriented, and that there really aren't any for women. And she wanted there to be a national holiday for women.
Well, that's still true nowadays.
It
where
is
it's
still
just
true.
like there's not a lot of women celebrations. There's a lot of kind of more masculine.
Yeah. So she worked very hard to try and get Mother's Day to be a national holiday.
Yeah.
And by around 1912, most states and towns had adopted the Mother's Day tradition, but it wasn't like a national holiday.
But it was kind of known.
But it was known by most people.
Yeah. That's why I said kind of known.
Yeah, but it wasn't until 2 years later that President Wilson signed a measure officially establishing it.
Oh.
That the second Sunday in May.
Was that Woodrow Wilson?
Yeah.
You don't really hear a lot about him.
You don't, but he did he did that.
Yeah.
Kind of sadly about like commercialization of holidays, like that kind of ruined Mother's Day. Anna Jarvis, like once it started getting more commercialized in the future, hated it. She's like, this isn't what the holiday was about, like we shouldn't be like doing this. And it got to the point where she actually like started working to get it taken off the calendar as a national holiday.
Jeez.
That's how bad it got.
I mean, it's also that kind of thing, like a double-edged sword of like, you kind of brought this into this world.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, at that point in time, things like Christmas had already been commercialized, so...
Yeah,
like,
we got the Coca-Cola Santa.
Yeah.
Our vision of Santa Claus is because of the Coke
Yeah.
commercials.
But yeah, I mean, it's...
Well, Coke ads, I should say, not commercials.
But yeah, it's sad that... she put years of work into making it a holiday so that women can finally have a holiday that celebrates them. And then...
kind of get it ruined by commercials.
By not just commercials, but companies trying to take it and make a profit off of it.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of sad. Like, I wonder if there's a lot of people that still do it, how she kind of envisioned it. Also, blending it in with the whole Mother-Son Day. That's what you called it earlier, where you go back to your mother church.
Mothering Sunday.
Yeah, thank you. I heard it completely wrong. Like, I wonder if like people like kind of do that still to celebrate Mother's Day, where they take their moms back to where they first went to church. Or...
Maybe I haven't really heard of Mothering Sunday in my lifetime. So. For all I know,
I mean, that's a good, like...
just still celebrate that.
Yeah, I mean, if you believe whatever you believe in, like, why don't you do that for Mother's Day?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, with this whole virus thing going on, like, might as well just, for this year, like, do it through, get the family, Zoom, or get everyone in the living room, or if you're not at home, like, get everyone on Zoom and tune in to, if your church has a YouTube channel, just do that.
Yeah.
Or synagogue or whatever. Is that gonna move on to?
Yeah, that's gonna move on to the commercial break, I think. I mean, it is just kind of sad how. I mean, it makes sense now why I got kind of ticked off over the past couple years because commercials would make such a big deal about women on Mother's Day.
Yeah. And
everybody makes such a big deal about it and really push how single moms are like the heroes, which they are.
They are.
But then for Father's Day, all these commercials started coming out like cis men don't matter. Mm-hmm. Like single moms are the ones that matter on Father's Day. It's like, no, they got their day a month ago. What about single dads? Like it overshadowed single dads and things like that. So like it's kind of also sad how like the commercialization of Mother's Day has gotten so bad that like women have to take other people's holidays too.
Yeah.
To get recognized.
Again,
because I could see what they were going with at first because at first it was like, oh yeah, single moms, are also the dads. Makes sense, but then they were also bringing in like same-sex, like lesbian moms are also the dads, and it's like, no, they got their holiday a month ago.
Yeah,
they both got to celebrate it a month ago. So why are they celebrating it like?
Unless you call one of your moms, that's your dad.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only reason I can see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just the kind of thing where it's like,
Unless your dad transitioned.
yeah.
Exactly.
But that's the only way it makes sense.
Yeah.
But even then, it's kind of like,
Oh, however you want to view it.
yeah. Then again, it is just that thing of like that's when I started really noticing like, there's something up with like Mother's Day because like, yeah, like a lot of times it's just like, oh, moms like get an extra 20% off at the department store.
Yeah.
And it was just like very stereotypical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't really focusing on celebrating moms anymore. It was just all commercialized. And it's sad that like so many ads had to
It's
basically
also,
transferred over by a whole month
Yeah.
to Father's Day.
it's also sad that it's kind of like how going back to the thing of like, why can't there be a balance?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like, just even in the 20 years I've been alive, like that,
Yeah.
the commercialization has increased.
Shifted so much.
It's
Well,
increased.
Mother's Day also, to us, has not really been around for that long.
Yeah, I mean, it's been around our parents' whole lifetimes. And
Yeah.
for some of us, our grandparents' whole lifetimes.
Well,
so.
whenever you see it in that whole aspect of things, like it hasn't.
Yeah, it hasn't been around for a while. Same with Father's Day,
Yeah.
which we'll talk about next month.
Yeah.
But
And that's
yeah.
what I talked about with the whole Star Wars thing of like, yeah, there hasn't been around for that long in the grand scheme of things, I should say. But
Well, yeah, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
It's been around over 100 years now, but
yeah,
in the history of most holidays, that's not very long.
hmm
But yeah, it's just because I remember when I was younger, Mother's Day was a big deal about like celebrating moms, and it wasn't like that commercialized. I mean, Hallmark of course had their clutches on it of, you know.
movies. Make 50 movies this month about
Well,
mothers.
Not movies, just the card.
Do it.
Just like the greeting cards and things like that, you know, like they had a
First we take over Christmas and now Mother's Day.
okay.
We're coming after you Father's Day next.
But yeah,
Single dads beware.
the single women are coming. The single moms are coming.
Coming
That's
this
like every Hallmark Christmas movie. Though
coming
like,
this summer. This downright mom who just wants to cut a break at work finds this sweet single guy who's just trying to live his life normally. But then fate happens.
that's just every Hallmark movie.
That's the bit.
Just change the season.
Yeah, that's the bit.
Yeah. But
Not a Father's Day, not this year. Continue.
yeah, I'd like to. But yeah, when I was younger, I remember seeing like commercials were just like, hey, like do something nice for your mom. Which that's
Yeah.
what the holiday's about, is just doing nice thing for your mom.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to go buy her a bunch of stuff. You don't have to get her a bunch of coupons.
Again, with this year, like it'll be nicer to actually make something for your mom rather than risking that thing of possibly getting a virus.
Yeah, by going out and buying it.
Yeah, going out and buying it or having it ordered.
Yeah. I mean, having it ordered, your risk goes way down, but yeah.
Yeah, there's still that slight chance, especially if you are celebrating also like your older parents or grandparents or older aunts and uncles, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, don't take the risk. It'd be nicer to do a nice deed for them, like pay their electric bill,
Yeah.
you know.
Why is that your face? Like,
I've heard of people doing that,
Yeah.
like lately. There's been a lot of people using their stimulus checks to help pay for other people's bills
nice.
and things like that. So, you know, hey, do that for your mom or grandma.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, mom, I'll make you dinner this month.
Yeah, but yeah.
Here's a cook.
But yeah.
You choose out the rest of the
Oh my gosh.
Okay, sorry.
You know, like just in like my lifetime, commercial wise, growing up like watching TV and stuff, they would always do Mother's Day specials for cartoons and shows. They would always just promote doing nice things. You don't have to go buy something nice. But now, like, just growing up, it's shifted so much to just like buy.
Yeah.
And it's like a bad boy band song.
Excuse me? You want to throw that joke? No, they're not a bad boy band. I know what your reference you was trying to get out. We're doing the ad breakdown.
No. But yeah, like, I mean, Because, like, when I was first reading this, I was like, wait, the commercialization hasn't gotten that bad, has it? And then I realized, like, oh, shoot, like...
We don't even watch cable, but we know it's bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I still watch cable at my house.
Yeah, we still watch Jeopardy and the news.
Yeah. But, yeah, like...
Sometimes we have watching.
It has gotten bad. Like, thinking about it, even just in the past couple years, like, it's gotten bad.
Yeah, especially with this, like, new decade coming in, where I feel like that the people are just, like, taking advantage of 2020, where it's just like, oh, but it says Mother's Day 2020, or insert holiday here, 2020 on it.
Yeah.
This would be a gift that your mom will love for years. It's just like...
It's like, no, she's gonna look at this and go, that was a horrible year.
Yeah. We had, like, so many, like, different stuff happen. So many people died.
You know what I find, just kind of off topic, I find it really funny how,
The killer wasps just came in. I don't want that.
I find it funny how the beginning of 2020 started out with the threats of World War III happening. And all of those went quiet the second the coronavirus, like, started getting big. Everybody's just like, okay, guys, I mean, it was all funny when we were joking about a horrible thing happening this year, but, it's kind of starting to look like it might happen. And then it's like, okay, guys,
Boom.
it's not funny. Let's stop joking about this. It's not funny. Because people then started joking about it, and now it's like, nobody's joking about it.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like now it's time to...
Yeah.
Okay, it's time to go to the ad dimension. BRB, take it away, Ad Me, and sometimes Ad Gwen. Motherly host and your best friend Brandon.
You're not my mom. That would be weird if you were.
Everyone's
You're Obi-Wan's mom? Or everyone? It sounded like you said you're
I was
Obi-Wan's
gonna say
mom.
everyone's mom.
What came out was Obi-Wan.
The male version of mom.
That's a dad, you dingus.
Oh, dad's just moms, but guys. Anyways.
Dads are just moms with penises. Brandon is turning red, guys. I'm proud of myself. If I can make a guy turn red, that means I made a good joke. He looks like he's gonna blow up.
I don't know if we should cut that out or not. Anyways. Thanks, Gwen.
You're welcome.
I really wanted to learn anatomy today. Anyways. So. If you want to donate to any of our donations, which anything that you donate under either our Patreon or our PayPal goes towards more content for you lovelies, whether it be on our YouTube channel, Broken Hearted Gaming with the little anthem of Broken Hearted Studios, where we play video games and post these podcasts too. And also, again, if you want like different topics to talk about on the show, if you have a topic that you want us to talk about on the show, leave it down in the comments wherever you are listening this to. Then also, it doesn't matter how much you donate, whether it be like a penny to like how much. Everything will go towards actually doing stuff like playing, making more content for you lovelies. So yeah, and now on to the con watch, which man, we haven't did that in forever. You haven't did that in forever.
Yeah, no, I forget every time.
Yeah, until you actually remember. So Gwen, how's the con watch going?
Well, so far I haven't heard of any cancellations, so we're still looking at the end of June for the soonest one. But, I mean, you and I have talked, and we're probably not going to go to them, even if they still are, like, going to happen, just because we have family members that are high risk for the virus, and I'm high risk, so...
Yeah, then especially with what's also going on in our personal lives, like, we don't also feel like possibly wanting to go as well.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like, if it's not just a thing financially, because there are cons that we would be able to go to and not buy passes. Just, like, attend to, like, take pictures and hang out with friends and things like that.
Yeah.
Cosplay. But just because of the virus, we're going to probably not go to another con until next year.
Yeah.
But just in case we do go to a con, if things change, you know.
Yeah. So these are going to be the cons that we're going to possibly go to or possibly not go to.
June 26th through the 28th is Indiana Comic Con.
Oh, nice.
July 10th through the 12th is Indie PopCon.
Which I go to Indie PopCon every single year.
Yeah, the cons we go to every year are OhioCon and Indie PopCon.
Yeah.
So if you're, you know.
And also Matsuri.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess we'll go to that one every year. We may not buy a pass, but
Yeah, I mean...
we'll go to it just for fun. But yeah, speaking of MatsuriCon, that will be August 14th through the 16th.
Did you like my little lead up there?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cincinnati Comic Expo will be the September 11th through the 13th. And I think that's all I had gotten down. I was trying to find the dates for...
OhioCon?
OhioCon, I still don't think has posted their dates. I
Okay.
think they're not going to do that until it looks like...
This virus lights us up.
Yes, because it's very volunteer work based.
Yeah.
So right there, like, they don't want to, like, some of these cons that are like sponsored by like big name people, like who have a lot of money, they're not gonna worry. They're gonna just reschedule or they're just gonna do whatever. But OhioCon doesn't have the money to do that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of cons don't. So, I mean, the cons that do have good financial backing have been able to reschedule, but. You know, different convention centers have different policies.
Yeah.
But other than OhioCon, I was trying to look up the dates for GalaxyCon, but I realized that there's a bunch of GalaxyCons near that, like, they go all around us.
Yeah.
So
Kind of like WizardCon.
kind of, yeah. Like the one we were gonna go to last year was in Louisville, Kentucky, but I found out there's like 2 in West Virginia. There's one in Charleston, and there's
Ooh.
one in like. I was trying to figure out where Rayland is, but I'm pretty sure, or Raleigh. I think that's West Virginia.
Yeah.
It's like a small town. Yeah, I have no idea where it is.
I have no
I
idea.
don't know why you're acting crazy, my dude.
Oh, you
You just
just...
like leaned back, like dramatically shaking your head, like.
well,
I don't
you was
freaking
like
know.
staring at me. It's just
I'm
like,
just-
I don't know.
I'm trying to get you to talk off of me, my guy.
Yeah, I know.
You're just like, what do you want me to do? Help.
I'm a host. I don't know how to talk to people.
But yeah, and I mean, a lot of cons haven't gotten new dates up or anything like that. So, like, I know Gym City was canceled. That was supposed to be in March or April.
That was in March.
That was going to be in March. Yeah, that was right before everything got shut down.
No, that was in April.
Oh, was that in April?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last year it was late March. But yeah, so I haven't seen any word on them posting dates for next year.
Not yet.
That's why I'm kind of not very hopeful for OhioCon, is because they usually have their dates up within a couple weeks after, you know. But I think they realize, like, because OhioCon brings a lot of people from overseas in, from Asia, you know, where this thing started out and was the worst. And I think they realized, shoot, we might have messed up. Because some of the special guests had been sick before coming. So I think, you know, they were kind of worried, like, oh my gosh, we might have made a mistake. We might have gotten a bunch of people sick with this deadly virus.
But luckily, the person that we met that was overseas literally just had, like, a common cold.
Yeah, like, she was like, yeah, I was just I had, like, a sinus infection or something. It's like, I feel better now.
Yeah.
It's not looking hopeful for a lot of cons because they usually have their dates posted within like a week or so.
Yeah.
Or like at least a month after the con, and OhioCon ended mid-January, so the fact that it's almost summer and they don't even have their dates or theme up yet. Because if anything, they usually have the theme. They have the theme picked out, like, to announce at least the theme at the end of every OhioCon, at the end ceremony.
Yeah.
They always announce when it, like, what next year's theme is, and if they have it already reserved for a date, they tell you what days.
Yeah, which hopefully they can get back on track.
Yeah, hopefully.
Next year.
Hopefully, it's still going to be able to happen next year, but it's not looking too promising.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all the cons that we're going to possibly going to this year and next year. So again, we always go to OhioCon and Indie PopCon every single year. So yeah, if we miss any of the other cons that we mentioned, if you miss any of the cons that we mentioned, just always know that we're going to always be at IndieHawkCon and also OhioCon. OhioCon is spelled OHAYO. That's taking place in the Columbus Convention Center. Same with MatsuriCon is always in the Columbus Convention Center. And IndiePopCon is always in the Indianapolis Convention Center. So that's the main three that we always go to.
Yep.
Kind of, so yeah. If you miss us any cons, we're always going to be in those, so just plan accordingly, I guess.
Yeah.
So, well, you ready to get back?
Sure. There's
Right.
no other announcements?
No.
Okay.
But before we go back, if you want to be shouted out on the podcast, leave a comment down below on our YouTube channel. Again, that's Broken Hearted Gaming, and with a little and some of Broken Hearted Studios. Well, let's type in Broken Hearted Cast on YouTube, and we should be one of the top search results. And yeah, just leave a comment down below, and you'll be shouted out possibly in the next episode. So yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, one announcement for the channel is we are going to be starting Uncharted 3 soon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're going to be starting to upload Uncharted 3 soon. We already got it all filmed, and we just got to edit it and upload it right now.
Yeah. Which we're looking at like June.
Yeah.
For it to go up.
We're looking at like mid-May, so keep an eye out for Uncharted 3 going up. Uncharted 2 we just finished. You know, that should be up on the channel.
Yeah.
We are going to be starting to upload, hopefully, around this time that this comes out, Fragile Dreams.
Yeah. And then we're going to go, if you're as big of Uncharted fan as we are, we're going to do the fourth game sometime this fall.
Yeah, like, almost, like, right after we finish 3. Like, we're gonna do probably a 2-week, 3-week break.
Yeah, like we always do.
Yeah.
It's all Uncharted games.
Well, we did a couple-month break in between the first
Yeah.
and second, because they had very different vibes about them.
Yeah, but with 2 and 3, they're gonna have a couple-week break, and then 3 and 4,
a couple-week break, because they all have the same kind of summery,
yeah,
full vibes.
yeah. So then also like we're gonna specify in the beginning of the fourth game that like a couple years have passed by.
Yeah.
So yeah, stay tuned for those, and yeah, let's.
Oh, and don't know when it'll be going up, but we are looking at possibly doing Link's Awakening on the channel.
Yeah.
For our summer Zelda game.
Our summer Zelda game of the year.
Yeah.
With, of course, my dude is coming back. If you lovelies don't know, if you haven't watched our Ocarina of Time playthrough on our YouTube channel, we created a Link to be this dude who doesn't really want to be a hero. He just wants to chill out and just kind of like, again, just chill out and not really worry about anything.
He's a dude, bro.
Yeah, he is. But he's like one of those like cool ones.
Yeah.
That's like actually pretty understanding.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check out our playthrough of Ocarina of Time, The Legend of My Dude, today. And yeah, let's get right back into it unless you have any more announcements.
No?
Okay, well, back to our regularly scheduled show. And we're back.
Yay.
Thanks, us. Thank you for the anatomy joke.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
That's what I do best.
Yeah, I know. Sorry for all the lovelies that also caught you off guard. It caught me off guard as well.
My forte is making full-grown men turn red.
Like you did with me.
Yeah.
Because the reason
my goal in life.
the reason why you did it, the reason why I turned red was because it was so unexpected. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a clean, nice joke, and it's just like,
No.
No.
You can't have that with me around, especially off my meds.
Yeah, especially off your ADHD medicine, I can't.
Comedy juices are just flowing in my brain.
Then also we just watched Mystery Science CD.
Yeah.
So our jokes, it's still being resonating off of us. So.
I slept through like half of it. No, I
Yeah.
slept through like most of it.
Yeah, but you didn't really miss anything.
Yeah, it's the typical MST3K joke.
Then also it was a bad movie.
I was, that's why I fell asleep.
Yeah.
I was listening to them in my sleep and saving them for later.
As you tap on your forehead, like that one meme is just like,
But yeah, so how do you celebrate Mother's Day? Or how have you celebrated Mother's Day in the past?
Typically get all with my dad and with my stepmom and that side of the family. We would typically get everyone together. My stepmom's sons and with her mom and with my sister and my dad, we'll all go out to eat.
Oh.
Yeah. And then, like, if we buy any gifts, like, we'll exchange it, like, either typically back at my stepmom's mom's house.
You just say your grandma.
Step-grandma, yeah. My step-grandma's house. Or we would go to someone else's house and would just exchange gifts and have dinner and stuff like that. And then, like, either the day beforehand or the day after, I spend some time with my actual mom and just go out to eat with her and, again, like, either go back to her house and just, like, give her a gift. That's pretty much all we did. What about you?
We would usually go out to eat somewhere.
Yeah.
For Mother's Day, somewhere kind of close to my grandparents. Not the ones in LA.
Yeah.
The ones that live...
Drive all the way to California.
Yeah, no. My mom's parents. But I remember one of the last times we actually went out to eat for Mother's Day was when we went to Cracker Barrel. And that was the last time I think we went out to eat, and that was before my grandma passed away, so that was a while ago. But yeah, after my grandpa passed away, my grandma moved in with my aunt and uncle, so we usually didn't really go out to eat for Mother's Day. Or we would, like, meet, at the house and either eat there or we'd pick a place to go out to eat, too. It was usually, like, some kind of local diner. Somewhere not too far away.
But yeah, so close it can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy for my grandma. But yeah, and people...
But that's lucky because, like, we always had to, like, drive, like, an hour away. Because my stepbrothers live so far away. So, like, even with my stepgrandma, like, having a bag of leg, like, they would not really meet where we live. We always have to drive an hour away.
Well, we usually... I mean, I remember a few times where we ate in... where my grandparents live was Zanesville, Ohio.
Yeah.
So I remember eating at the Cracker Barrel there quite a few times, but, like, one of the last times we met was kind of in the halfway point for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Because the aunt and uncle that she ended up moving in with, they lived all the way up near Marion in Delaware. Like, in between Marion and Delaware, Ohio. So... that going all the way to Zanesville was a couple-hour drive. Yeah,
because I was about to ask you, like, how far away from our non-Ohioan listeners.
So from there, it's a good couple-hour drive, and then for my family, it was like an hour and a half drive.
Yeah.
Hour and a half at most. And then for my other aunt and uncle, it was, like, not too far away. It was probably at most an hour. But yeah, so we met kind of in the halfway point in Reynoldsburg, which is like half an hour away from me, but only about an hour away from my aunt and uncle that lived the furthest away from my grandparents. So we were all able to meet there, and we usually didn't exchange gifts or anything for our moms as our big family gathering. We'd usually do that at home, either before or after.
Mm-hmm.
Because, it would be kind of awkward. It was kind of awkward sometimes,
Yeah.
It just didn't ever feel appropriate it felt like more of an intimate thing you do just with... I mean, we would give, of course, like, everybody would give my grandma a gift, but, other than that, we wouldn't give our parents or anything gifts, or our moms gifts until we got back home.
But my sister and I, like, we would typically team up on the gifts.
Yeah.
So we'd just give it to them then. But that's how we always was up until recently.
Yeah. But your family's also smaller,
Yeah.
so...
It's not that it's smaller, we just don't really interact with a lot of our family members.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get the whole family together
No,
for Mother's Day.
no,
We would
no.
get the whole family together.
Yeah.
But yeah, as of recently, I mean, since my grandma passed away, we didn't ever really... I mean, we would, like, ask my mom where she wanted to go to eat out after church and stuff like that, but we usually didn't do big celebrations for Mother's Day.
Nice.
But yeah, this year, we're probably... What you and I are probably going to do this year is we'll spend, like, the first half of the day with your stepmom.
Yeah.
Just talk with her, give her a gift, you know.
Spend time.
Spend time with her. And then we might stop by your grandma's just to drop off, like, a card and maybe a gift, but, you
Then
know.
I'll also stop by my aunt's house.
Yeah, just to drop off stuff, just to be safe. We don't want to get her sick either.
Yeah.
Um,
Because as my aunt would like to put multiple times that I am her son, but nephew version.
yeah. Yeah, you're basically her son.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we'll go back to Columbus and spend the last half of the day with my family.
Yeah.
With my mom, give her a gift and have dinner with her.
Sounds good to me. Watch some cheesy British detective show probably too.
Probably. Hey, she's got good taste in British detective
Yeah.
shows. What are some ideas you can think of for what the Lovelies can do for Mother's Day?
I mean, early in the episode, I was saying, like, if you believe in that, in religious stuff, like, you can always go back to the original tradition about taking your mom back to where either you guys went to church to begin with, or just in general.
Yeah.
That, also just spend time with your mom, whether, like, it can be, like, take them out to a movie, well, not this year.
Out to a movie. But
Yeah. Like, that was just like, if your mom is interested into anything that you're interested into, or if you want to introduce her to something that you like, that you would also like to interact with, like, whether it be through movies or with, like, something pop culture related, you can do that,
Yeah.
or just make her something.
Yeah.
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 Like, again, like what I do with every holiday, like, make a D&D campaign, but with, like, make your mom the main hero.
That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if your mom is... Yeah, we just had Earth Day and May Day. So if your mom is into nature and gardening, that kind of thing, maybe you could go out and garden with her.
Which that's what most likely we're gonna do. I'll, like, get your mom, like, some flowers or
Yeah.
something that she can grow, like, either it can be, like, tomatoes or something that she, like, you guys can actually pick off the thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just spend quality time with them. I know you mentioned, like, doing things for your mom on Mother's Day, like cooking. But I know, like, a lot of people probably don't live with their parents anymore. So it'll be the problem of, like, you can't maybe...
The Zoom call.
Yeah, the Zoom call. Like, that's what I was about to get to. You know, maybe you can't physically get there to them. Maybe it would be a health risk for everybody if you went there.
That's why I also brought up the fact of, like, why not introduce your mom or your motherly figure to something that you're interested into through... You can even do it through Zoom.
Yeah.
Like, you can, like, watch things through Zoom.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point to also bring up is, like, Mother's Day shouldn't just be about your biological mother. Because I know a lot of people out there who their biological parents are just scumbags to them.
Yeah.
And scumbags in general. And, you know, they didn't really celebrate those holidays. But some people I've known where their parents were scumbags to them and just scumbags in general, they would have fatherly or motherly figures that they would take either Father's Day or Mother's Day to celebrate with.
Yeah.
So even, you know, like, try to make a good thing out of a bad situation, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have supportive parents or anything like that, you know, find somebody who is like a mom to you and make that day all about them.
That, back to kind of, like, also combining what you was talking about earlier with the single moms. If you have a friend that is a single mom, why not do something for them?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. if you know anybody that's a single mom, maybe see if your own mom would be willing to help you collaborate to help out the single mom for Mother's Day.
Right.
Because especially, like, young single moms, I mean, they need as much help as possible.
Especially with this hard time going on right now.
Yeah, like, just even go grocery shopping for them. I know some communities where the only grocery store they have, really, within, like, a good distance is places like Menards. And I know almost all Menards have put an age restriction because, you know, younger children are...
Well, acceptable.
Well, no.
No?
No, younger children with this virus, it's like, I think hepatitis A, where they'll have it, but they don't show any symptoms.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're more acceptable to the virus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're asymptomatic. They don't show signs, but they are just like walking viruses themselves. Like anything they touch, they're spreading that virus.
Yeah.
So a lot
kind of like
have,
flies.
Yeah. So a lot of stores have put age restrictions because they don't want their other employees or customers getting sick from somebody bringing their little kid in.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of single moms are in trouble because they can't go grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Because all the daycares are closed, so there's nobody to watch their kid. So, yeah, it's a hard time. So if you know any single moms out there, do whatever you can to help them this season.
Yeah.
And just in general, too, but especially for Mother's Day. Like, make sure you help them out as much as possible.
Even if you get them groceries for months.
Yeah.
At least do something.
Just do something nice for them. Or say, like, hey, I'll come over and watch your kid.
While you go out and do what you need to.
Yeah, get what you need to get.
Yeah.
Do whatever you can to help out, you know. But yeah, another thing you can do is, like you said earlier in the episode, make something. That way you're not taking that risk of bringing the virus into your home.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely making stuff is a good thing. I mean, if you don't usually get gifts for your mom, you usually just get, like, a card. Make your own card.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can find free greeting card designs on the internet.
Oh, yeah, you can.
So, you know, make your own, or come up with your own design. Make your own cards and just, you know,
yeah.
Try and make the best of this bad situation.
Mm-hmm. Well.
I mean, is there anything else you can think of for people to do?
Not really.
Well, another big thing, if you do go out and buy stuff as gifts...
Wipe it down.
Wipe it down with Lysol or rubbing alcohol, you know, any kind of like good disinfectant. Try to also, just in the season, avoid with spring cleaning all that happening, you know. Try to avoid using cleaners that have a lot of scents in them because it's just about as good as cleaning with Febreze. You know,
sadly, but it's true.
The more fragrances they put in cleaning products, the less likely they are to get things clean. They make things smell clean, but they're not actually killing germs and getting things clean.
Yeah.
So try to stick to just regular scented or non-scented, like Clorox or Lysol products.
Yeah, that or if it is scented, don't get the flowery.
I mean, if it is, most stuff, Clorox or Lysol stuff is like lemon scented or stuff like that, but a lot of the chemicals they use anyways are going to have those scents in them.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I mean, if you do have those kind of things, maybe spray it down a couple times, wipe it down a couple times. Or just use any kind of disinfectant wipe. As long as it's not a wet wipe.
Yeah.
Or baby wipes.
Rub it down real good.
Yeah. I mean, I know I did that for Easter.
You did. You wiped it down like 2 or 3 times.
I wiped down just like the regular, for most of the people we gave gifts to, I just wiped it down once. But for the people who were higher risk, I wiped it down like 2 or 3 or 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make 100% sure they would not catch this virus.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice. Well, if you lovelies enjoyed this episode, now this is for our YouTube people. High five that like button with your thumb.
Leave a comment down below.
That's with everything. No matter what you're listening this to. And also, no matter what you're listening this to, hit that subscribe button. Also, ring the metaphorical bell.
Ding.
For whenever we upload, to get a notification, you know, on your phone, tablet, whatever you're listening us to. Even on your computer nowadays, you can get a notification about us being uploaded. And, yeah, no matter who you are, no matter what you are, no matter what you do, if you're a single mom, if you're married, or whatever, no matter who you are, no matter what you are, love, respect the show, also love, respect others, and, yeah, happy Mother's Day, no matter how you want to celebrate it. Yeah. Next time we're going to have a cast. Bye.
Bye.